Today, Shawn Styles, he's sharing his take on a classic French pastry, the Tarte Tatin.
Here's this week's Cooking with Styles.
Well, I've got a little twist on a Tarte Tatin. Usually they're with apples, but this time we're making it savory with some shallots. Let's get cooking with style. So now the first step is making this glaze, and we're just going to take about 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter, and then we're going to add our olive oil into that, and then we'll put our brown sugar in here. And so what we're trying to do is melt the sugar, just kind of like we're making like creme brulee or something like that, but in this case we're going to be doing that with the shallots. So this will take about 2 or 3, maybe 4 minutes to get that sugar to melt. All right, you can tell this is ready by taking your little spatula and you just kind of run the blade through there and you can feel no more crunching. Now we're going to take the shallots and we're just going to stuff this pan full of these shallots, and we're going to really cram them in there. We're using, I'd say, about a pound, maybe a pound and a quarter, and we're going to be cooking them on a medium heat here. All right, we've been about 6-7 minutes in. See that caramelization there? That's exactly what we're looking for. So we'll take that. We're going to take a little bit of balsamic glaze, and we're just going to hit it over the top here like so. And then we're going to take our white wine. Now, if you don't want to use wine, you can use chicken broth. A little salt, a sprinkle of pepper, and then we're going to hit this with fresh thyme. We're going to let this simmer for another, say, 6 or 7 minutes. Now, the surefire way to tell if these are done is by doing the knife test. Stick the knife in. If it goes in nice and gently like that, you know you're ready. Go ahead and shut the heat off, and we're going to take our puff pastry, and you know me, I got my store-bought puff pastry. I've trimmed the edges. I'm going to lie this in here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spoon and tuck it down around the edges. I've got my oven preheated, so it's all ready to go, 400 degrees, and we don't want to waste this puff pastry, so we're just going to throw it in there. It'll definitely puff up nicely. And by all means, be sure to get some holes in here to let this steam come out, because we've got liquid down in there and we want this puff pastry to really get nice and flaky and crisp on top. All right, let's get this in the oven and come back in just a bit. There we go, middle shelf. Oh, that turned out perfect. All right, now for the hard part, making this get on this pan upside down. So the one thing you really want to make sure you do is run the knife around the edge to make sure nothing's sticking there. And then give it a little bit of a jiggle. Now this is the tricky part, because we've got something that is fresh out of the oven and it is very, very hot. And in one fell swoop, we're going to flip this over. 1, 2, 3. All right, now give it a second to allow that everything to kind of drop out. Give it a little jiggle. Cross your fingers. Here we go. See, this is where the spatula comes in. Get that little bit out there. Looks really good. Then we take our little creme fraiche, put a dollop right in the center. And then we're going to finish this off with some beautiful chives over the top. And well, there you go. Looks pretty good, and it smells absolutely fantastic. We've got ourselves a Shallot Tarte Tatin with that creme fraiche and chives on top. If you'd like this recipe, go over to our website, cbsa.com/recipes. Enjoy.
Oh, Shawn, you get me every time.
It's like a nice option, especially like for breakfast
Savory,
buffet type thing.
yeah. Oh, that would be so good, yeah.
Well,
Well, if you're hungry for more, you can get Shawn's recipes on our CBS 8 app.
you can find our On the Menu segments about local restaurants there as well. Just download the app on your phone or TV and you can watch for free.
That would be really good with brunch.
Right?
Some eggs.